Do you think that like the UK consumers are becoming more knowledgeable about what to match with what? To root wine?
I think that they are actually a bit confused, mainly because there are so many wines now in the supermarket, and so many different cuisines and foods, and so if you buy some wine, you bring it home, it's kind of like, what should I serve with that?
Yeah.
Or if you're making something at home, you kind of like choose a recipe. It's kind of like going to the supermarket, what on earth should I actually pair with that? But I think once people start doing it, you get into it, and it becomes really quite easy. It's kind of like it's just brie there, some cheddar, and probably some Stilton or Gorgonzola. And most people think cheese red wine. That's kind of like it's a given. Actually, there's a lot of cheeses that go with different wines, not just always red. And if you're eating those big, strong, stinky cheeses, French cheeses, actually they'll tend to absolutely crucify red wine. They'll make it taste all metallic, or if you've got a kind of really nice burgundy, they can absolutely slaughter it. So actually, I quite like white wine with cheese. So I think we should try this, which is a South African Sauvignon Blanc, with the brie. I would suggest it's normally a great pairing for goat's cheese. We may find this is goat's cheese, but it looks more like brie to me. So just take a bit and have a little taste of the wine first, so that you know what that tastes like, and then taste the cheese, then taste the wine again, and we can see what we think.
So I think that's if I had a dinner party and I've got a bunch of cheese and I put a white wine down, I think people would they'd be shocked a little bit by it.
It's weird, yeah. For a dinner party, like people are expecting that, if there's a cheese board, they're expecting a red wine. But you don't actually have to serve cheese that way. So you could serve, for example, a nice blue cheese with something like some walnut and raisin bread, and maybe a little kind of compote of some kind. And you could have a glass of port, or you could have a glass of sweet wine. Similarly, cheese isn't just about cheese boards. You could be at lunchtime, like we are, and you could have a salad or something like a bit of cheese. And actually, I think a glass of white wine can be quite refreshing with that too. What it's like, if you think of wine in terms of fruit, this quite helps with food and wine matching. So, if you think, what does brie go with? We've actually got apples on that platter, and that's not a million miles. Those sort of crisp green apple flavours are not a million miles from what you've got in the glass here. So you're taking something that actually exists as a partnership, like a light cheese and you're kind of replicating that in a wine.
Yeah, that's what I was told by a friend of mine. He sort of says, you really have to think about it, is how the wine makes you mouthfeel with the acidity, the weight of the wine, the texture, and they can try and match that with the food.
Yeah.
So if you're having a spicy wine and a spicy food, balance, right? If you're having something that's got a lot of acidity, balances as well.
And what you could be doing too with that brie is, you instead of going with that, red berries and sort of things like cherries go really well with brie. So you could have a picnic and have a bit of brie and baguette and sort of a few fresh cherries. Well, you think if that works, then probably a wine that tastes of fresh red fruits and berries might work too. So you find that something like a Pinot Noir will go quite well. So it's not that because it's brie or because it's ghost cheese, you can only have one wine. It's kind of like, well, think a bit about that, what that cheese tastes like, what you normally enjoy having with it in food terms, and then think of a wine that's a bit like the food you enjoy.